Political commentator Tim Pool had a bit of a dust up on his podcast talk show just the other day with a guest, Ryan A. Thorburn, which many people may know better as R.A. the Rugged Man. They were discussing racism, and at one point, apparently, Tim accused R.A. of being a racist. They were discussing police brutality, specifically Derek Chauvin and the situation up in Minnesota. By the way, both men are white, and after this all happened, things were taken down. He wasn't showing the whole thing, and then little excerpts keep spilling out onto the internet. But before we get to some of the things that happened, this is just a bit of one thing someone tweeted to point out exactly where this stuff went. So the tweet was apparently, desperate Tim Pool goes from, quote, Derek Chauvin is innocent to, I think we should abolish the police, after a few minutes of questioning. Now, that questioning that was mentioned there by this tweeter wasn't too many questions. Let's listen.
And you have the nerve to come up to me and tell me my experiences don't matter when I'm fighting the fight.
Stop screaming, bitch. Stop screaming, first of all. Talk to me like I'm because I'm not that guy.
Yeah, you are. You are. You actually are, dude.
Yeah.
You are that guy.
I'm not that guy to scream at, bitch. You want to get up? Huh?
All right.
Screaming at, bitch.
Let's calm down.
You think you can?
I'm not that guy. You don't disrespect me, bitch.
What did you do to me?
That was round one.
Okay, hold on. Let's score round one. Okay, so I want to give you clarity and context here. So Tim Pool is accusing RA of being racist against white people. Okay, whatever. He's white. They're all white. It's absurd. So now Tim Pool is saying, oh, no, I did a documentary about police abuse of black people. Yeah, back when you were pretending to be left wing. You left that part out, and then you did a massive turn. RA's totally right, and then now you're defending people like Derek Chauvin. He's factually correct on all that, and that's why you were so upset, because your whole shtick is, oh, I am every man in the middle. Oh my God, I am so fair. I remember I used to be left wing and now I get paid to be right wing. You see how fair I am, but it's really George Floyd's fault, and Derek Chauvin's kind of a hero, and so is Kyle Rittenhouse, and so are all these terribly racist people that went, you get it, right? And that's his whole shtick. Anytime you tune in, white supremacists are great and they're misunderstood and etc. And he'll say, oh, that's hyperbolic. No, I don't say white supremacists are great. I just show you all these different instances of when they were misunderstood and victims. So RA is right about everything. He later apologized for losing his cool, but I don't think he should have, to be honest. Yeah. And I've had him on the show like a million years ago, and he was a Young Turks fan. The internet's so crazy now. I have no idea if RA these days likes us, doesn't like us. I have no idea. I have lost track. Maybe we'll ask him to come back on and find out. But because everybody turns 1,000 times, I feel like we're the only people who haven't turned, right? Because everybody's like, "Where's the money? Where's the money? Left? Oh, I'm left. I'm left. It's right. Oh, I'm right. I'm right." Right? So, all right, Adrian, thoughts on the first round here?
Well, there's a lot of kind of the toxic masculinity thing going, like I'm gonna fight you, bro. When the reality is there's just a lot of racism to go around. So it's like everybody can have it. Just, it's like, let's hug it out. Let's not fight. Everybody can be racist. It's okay.
Well, there's a thing. Now, by the way, I feel like the whole I'm not that guy thing, I was like, I think he misunderstood where RA was coming from, because when somebody says, I'm not that guy, you might want to stop talking to me like that. The next response, if you're gonna say, no, you are that guy, I was like, does he realize what's coming? Because I saw what was coming.
Yeah, it's me too. But Tim had no idea.
So there must have been somewhere he thought, because you said he was claiming he was racist. Tim was claiming the rugged man is racist. But I mean, maybe in the context of the larger conversation, that's where it was coming. But in that small moment, my man told you, don't talk to me like that. Not, I'm not who you're saying I am and my characteristics. It was, listen, no more disrespectful words towards me and raising your voice. He missed that part. Yeah, it's like shoving and then not being ready for the swing.
Yeah, look, I don't mind that he lost his cool, but I also don't think that Tim Pool yelling was a big deal. I think his opinions are a much bigger deal, a much more toxic, but he raised his voice, so what? But
some people aren't good with that, man.
I know,
some people aren't good at getting yelled at, even if you don't know you're yelling at them. You know, it just happens that way. Round two, let's go, ding ding.
To me? Now you start raising your voice to me like I'm some sucker.
Did you laugh at me?
Bitch. Yeah, laugh.
Did you disrespect me? I was nice to you, bro. I was being nice.
You start raising your voice to me like I'm your son, bitch?
You raised your voice to me?
That.
Bro, I said
I raised my voice
I
to
respected
nobody.
you.
You wouldn't shut
Shaded you.
raising your voice.
I stopped when you told me to. You said lower your voice, so I lowered my voice. I told you I respected you coming. It was a good show. I said I respected you willing to admit when you got things wrong. Bro, I have put so much of my life into this. Look at this.
I watch your videos. I already watched your video. No, I see your videos.
You don't.
No, I see your video. You're gonna say, look, this is the non-racist thing. But meanwhile, you have videos promoting Derek Chauvin and acting like he was in the right. You have videos of that. You have videos of the other guy. You have videos of the other. You have videos of the other guy.
Two guys.
Armory. And
Two
you go,
guys.
oh, but they grabbed the pistol, defending them, killing a black man in the streets, and he ran for them and giving excuses.
Two guys.
You have these videos, so all of this doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, of course not.
A decade of work doesn't matter.
No,
because
because lives were lost by police, and you were there bootlicking the cops.
I think we should abolish the police.
Come on. Tim Pool is such a hilarious grifter, right? So he went from Derek Chauvin's awesome to we should abolish the police. Really? Really? And he's gonna do absurd mental gymnastics to get there, right? But why does he even do it? Because he wants to preserve the image of, I'm neutral. It just happens that white people are right about everything. It just happens that the right wing is right about everything. But hey, look, I said abolish the police. But Rittenhouse is awesome, Chauvin is awesome, every cop that shoots a black man is awesome, okay? So what do you want to abolish him for? Well, I did a documentary 10 years ago, back when I was pretending to be left-wing. Oh, sure. Okay.
Well, the thing is, if you stay with a current thought process that you are, you're bound to anger some people. You're bound to get maybe followers or viewers of your show to be like, I'm not into that. And that sometimes is the scariest thing for people who are trying to make money off of who they are and off of their show, because then you'll lose some viewers. I'm sure we've lost tons of viewers based on people saying, I don't like that y'all's thoughts on this. I don't like where y'all went with that election analysis. I don't like that you guys are supporting this particular candidate. All that stuff, and that goes with the territory. You can't be afraid of losing potential viewers and followers because of sticking to maybe who you are. I don't know exactly where Tim Pool's thought process is, if it changes this much. We never know when those types of things happen. So then you end up losing people anyway. Maybe this guy who was a supporter of yours and watched a lot of your things now is on your show screaming because of the frustration that comes with that type of approach.
Yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. I mean, Tim Pool clearly backed down there, right? And so I wasn't raising my voice. I wasn't raising it, right? So it felt like a little solicitous. Like I raised my voice, said guess, and then they raised their voice, and then, if they're being ridiculous or they say anything that relates to violence, I kick him off the show, so what, right? But Tim's like, Ray the rugged man, I'm sorry. Or you could say, hey, no, you know what? He's being conciliatory, and that's good. And by the way, later they hugged it out. So that, there's a good argument to be made for both of those.
And by the way, he wants to abolish police. Let's look at this one quick tweet from Tim after this. He said, I'm over it. Abolish the police or whatever. I own guns. It's the cities that want this, and it's the cities that will suffer because of it.
In other words, you don't want to abolish the police.
No.
Right. He's such ridiculous. A fraud.
Seriously, and something that always that hits me is whenever you talk essentially about what you do to advocate for certain groups or to fight the system or whatever, when you bring up things from back in the day, that tells me we got a problem. It's like somebody saying, oh, I marched in the 60s. It's a telltale that no, you don't really get it and you're not really working toward a solution as much as you're probably part of the problem, because you can't hold on things you did back in the day, especially as we have new problems and the world is evolving. Also, with Tim Pool kind of backing down, it was clear that he wasn't the one. Like it wasn't for him when that other gentleman stood up and got feisty. It showed you like Tim ain't there to throw fisticuffs. It wasn't gonna happen.
Look, nothing should ever get physical anyway. It's silly, right? But so I call that one a draw, okay? Because Tim definitely backed down. He got a little scared there.
And maybe he should, right? He can fight on the show.
Right, that's why I'm saying it's a draw, because it's okay. I like that he became conciliatory. Like you should. What are you gonna do? Fight? Don't fight. That's stupid, right? Like I kid around about getting in the ring with Rogan and stuff like that. But even that, it would be in the ring, and it's I'm messing with him, right? But to actually get in a fight, physical altercation. And by the way, that almost happened to us. Why? Because Alex Jones comes in and starts trespassing and getting physical, and Roger Stone's there, etc. So if somebody comes at you, well, I think we could all agree self-defense. Okay, we're gonna stand our ground. But don't get there, don't get there, that's silly.
Maybe
right?
a bit of the back and forth. I did notice these tweets about Boston police was from April of this year. So I guess it's a bit of a pendulum here and there with that.
Yeah, overall, R.A. the rugged man for the win. Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.